Hi everyone, this is going to be my answer video to the 5 facts video I made 4 or 5 days back. Now, aside from the usual PMs I get about people wanting my babies and wanting my hot sexy manly body, I was inundated with exactly 0 PMs and comments to try and please make this video Stan Marsh 1. I want your baby Stan Marsh 1. Oh, I already said that. So I thought, who am I to disappoint nobody? So here I am with my answers. I'm not sure exactly how many of you participated, but you can go back. If you forget, you can go back and check your answer to see if you're correct. I might as well go in order. The first fact was that I didn't lose my virginity until I was into my 20s. That one is true. I'll just leave a few seconds there so you can gasp and exhale in shock horror that is actually true, but it is. I didn't have my first, I don't know, what you would call a semi-serious relationship until I was about 21. Anyway, and it wasn't into my 20s, I said, before I lost my virginity. In fact, I was 20 until I lost it. So, there you go. Fact number 1, true. Fact number 2, I once spent nearly £100 on one DVD, and that is correct. If you can probably check out the amount of DVDs I have, if you're a longer term subscriber of mine, you've seen my 5 interesting facts where I showed off quite a few of them. So it probably wouldn't come as no surprise to the people that have been subbed to me for over 6-7 months that this would be true. This would be true. In fact, I've got it right here. I say one DVD. It was kind of like a box set, not kind of like a big thing, a big limited edition thing. But I did nearly pay. I actually paid £92 for it. So. Here it is. I don't know if you're able to see it all in the camera, but it's Alien Head, and it's for the 25th anniversary of Alien. So this came out quite a few years ago. This is probably the box set I wanted more than any others, and it took me quite a few years to get it. Cost me £92. So, which is not bad really, seeing as when the first Alien quadrilogy came out, I paid about £60 just for the box on its own. This is only £30 more, and I get a cool, sweet alien head to display on my shelves. So, you may all call me a geek or a nerd, but I love it. The third fact: I own a Harry Potter first edition. This is true, but it's not as spectacular as it sounds, because it's actually the Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. And this is definitely, as you know, if you're a Harry Potter fan, this is one of the later books. So, this actually I think it's the next to last one. So, seeing as the first print of this is probably about 50 bajillion, it's probably not going to be worth much money. But if I keep it and keep it in good condition, don't read it, don't break the spine, then hopefully one day it should be worth something. I paid about a £5 for it from a charity shop, so I thought, just it's a cool thing to say. I got a Harry Potter first edition. I'm not going to tell them that it's one of the later versions, because that'll just spoil the mystique. Oh. The fourth fact was that I got an A star in religious education at school. That is 100% completely fictitious. I didn't get an A star in anything. When I did my GCSEs, didn't really do much revision, never really was much for revising. I got 5 C's at GCSE level, which is pretty good. It allowed me to go into college and into further education, which I wanted to do. Never really enjoyed, but I knew I wanted to do it. Just so I had something extra. But A star in religious education, I really didn't pay that much attention, and I wasn't really as interested in religion then as I am now. Actually, most of the teachings, much of the lessons that I can remember were actually about Islam, and I remember one of my classmates who was a Muslim actually once sent around. I don't know if it was part of the class, but he had a paper that was sort of circulated among the class that was, it either talked about how Islam is like the one true religion, or how it predates other religions. It was something like that. It was something like very pro-Islam. You may wonder why he was allowed to do that, but the teacher was Muslim anyway, so it was probably like a mutual thing. She probably didn't mind it being circulated around the class. It might have been for part of the class plan anyway, but I'm not sure. So that leaves us with fact number 5, which is obviously true. My first ever crush, or the first ever woman, I say woman, that I ever remember, feeling something for, was an animated character. It was, I think I've said this one before in another video, but it was Penny from Inspector Gadget, which was an animated show that I used to love when I was younger. A lot of people here my age will probably remember Inspector Gadget. I'll leave a link to the intro in the crotch bar so you can see for yourself, and you can see a little glimpse of Penny. The girl, I must have been at least 5 or something, 5, 6, maybe even younger than that. And it sort of stayed with me. I remembered that. So anyway, that's all I have to say. Good, well done if you didn't get well done if you got it right. You suck if you got it wrong. And I'll hopefully try and do another video pretty soon. Spent the weekend with my girlfriend, who is over there. Say hello! Say hello! And we've been having a great time. So I've been a bit slack in the videos department lately, but there are a few things I definitely want to talk about. I don't know if it'll be either tonight or tomorrow, so that I'll be making a new video. So definitely look out for that. Okay. So without further ado, cheerio.